Hi, I'm Tyra Gittins, and I am a senior here at Texas A&M. Growing up, I was known as one of the Gittins. I am one out of 7 children, and it was definitely difficult to have an identity. My parents definitely pushed it, but being one out of so many, it was a little difficult, especially because we were all so talented in our own different ways. It was kind of hard to break through, and that definitely sparked some insecurities that I have been facing throughout my life. I am originally from Trinidad and Tobago, and my family and I migrated here years ago, and we wanted to start a new life. My dad moved here for his job. He's a musician, and we ended up in Nashville, Tennessee, out of all places. But I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed my life down there, but I went to a private school and I love it. I love the opportunities, and I'm blessed to have been able to have that opportunity to go to such an amazing school. But it was definitely difficult being one out of 5 African Americans in my class, and my class had about 127 students in it. And so it was a huge culture shock, a huge change. I did not fit in, and I'm so used to trying to break free and like get out of my I wanted to find my individuality in my family, but being in Ensworth, it was the opposite. I was trying to be as normal as possible. I didn't want to have my accent. 2 people in my grade tried to deport me, even though I'm here legally, obviously. But it was kind of rough. From my hair, girls picking at my hair. They were like, well, you can't do this, you can't do that because your hair. You can't be a part of this because you can't do the same things that we can do with our hair. And also, like, apparently I wasn't allowed to like white boys because I'm black. That stuck with me, because it's someone telling me something that I can't do. In my confusing timeline of trying to break through and find my individuality, and then my trying to be one of a group and trying to be the same, I found my sport. I found track and field, and that gave me a purpose, that gave me my individuality, but I was still a part of something. And I clinged onto it with my dear life, and it kind of backfired. Track, my sport, my event became who I was. I hid behind it, and I didn't want to be seen as anything else. I remember when I first started track, and when I first started showing talent in track, my friends, they said, well, it's expected that you'll be good at track. I know they at the time probably did not know that what they were saying was definitely harmful to me, but it kind of belittled, and it kind of took away the reality that I was talented at the time, and it made me feel like, okay, well, that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to be good at track, so that's not gonna make me special. I wanted to come to Texas A&M because I didn't know anyone else in my environment who went to Texas A&M. As soon as I got here, for the first 2 years, I didn't want to go to class in anything other than my A&M gear, because I wanted people to know that I was special. I wanted them to know that I am on the A&M track team and that you're not. I was insecure. I did not have any faith in the Tyra out of track, and it showed in my classwork. The only thing I was confident in was track and field, which is what I put my whole life into. And it wasn't until I found my major, which is leadership and development, that I went on a self journey. I did a lot of self-reflecting. I did a lot of soul searching, and I today am a whole nother woman. You can't take track out of my life. You cannot take my race out of my life. You can't take my ethnicity out of my life. But all of them make me who I am. All of them, my past, my present, and my future makes me who I am. And I am Tyra Gittins, and I am special, and not because of track. It's because I found who I was out of it's like, in my head, it's like you're looking down and you see into a bowl with millions of people, and the first one you see is yourself. I found me out of 7 kids. I found me out of 100 students on campus. I found me out of everyone, and I focused on me, because everyone's telling you different things, and being able to shut them out and find yourself, that sparked something in me that I want to share with others. I want to share with other females, especially because the world is cruel, especially to women, and especially to women of color. And if I could be of any help, if I can shine any positive light and say that you are seen and that you can find you in a bowl full of 1 million people, then I think that could be a start of something amazing, because I am strong. I am defined. My muscles are defined. I'm a beautiful brown golden color. I have an amazing, gorgeous, sexy accent. And I cannot be prouder to be Tyra Gittins. Oh.